Hello everyone, this is BSc third year class, semester 5th, and today we are going to start our 12th paper, metric spaces. So there are 3 units in this paper. First unit, definitions and examples. So in this unit we are going to discuss the definition of metric space, some examples of metric spaces, diameter of a non-empty set. Then in the first unit, open and closed sets. So in this section, open and closed pairs, neighborhood of a point, open set, limit point of a set, what is meant by closed set, what is meant by subspace, and closure of a set. Now in unit second, we are going to discuss convergence and compactness. So in this, the definition of convergence and compactness, Cauchy sequence, Cantor's intersection theorem, Bayes category theorem. And in the another section of unit second, continuity and uniform continuity. So the definition of continuity and uniform continuity, examples, theorem on a continuity and uniform continuity, then fixed point theorem. So this is the unit second. And unit third, definition and theorem on compactness, Henny-Borel theorem, compactness and finite intersection property, relative compactness, epsilon net and totally bounded sets, and Lebesgue number of covers. And so this is about the compactness. And about the connectedness, separable sets, definition and theorems on connectedness. So recommended book for this course is Mathematical Analysis by S.C. Malik and Savita Arora, New Age International Limited Publishers, New Delhi, 4th edition. So scope is given that for unit first, chapter 19, article 1, 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, theorem 1 only, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6 and 2.7. In unit second, in chapter 19, article 3, 4, theorem 16, statement only, and 4.1. And in unit third, chapter 19, article 5, theorem 21, statement only, 5.1, 5.2, theorem 26 to 33, statement only, article 1.6 up to theorem 39 and example 45. So there are some reference books are given for your study for this paper. So first course in mathematical analysis by Somasundaram and Chaudhary. Then methods of real analysis by R. Goldberg. So this is the second book. And metric spaces, Cambridge University Press by E.T. Capson. And then mathematical analysis by T.M. Apostol and lectures on analysis by T.M. Karade. So this is the our 12 paper metric spaces, and today we are going to discuss the definition and examples of the metric space. So let us start with our 12 paper metric space. So write down the definition of metric space. Let X be a non-empty set. Let X be a non-empty set. X is any non-empty set. A metric on X is a real valued function is a real valued function D. A metric D is from X cross X to R. So codomain of this function is fixed, and that is a real number which satisfies the following conditions. So first condition. Now note that D is a function from x cross x to R. So this is the tuple a comma b such that a belongs to x and b belongs to x. D of xy is greater than or equal to 0 for all xy belongs to R. So the first condition, d of xy is greater than or equal to 0 for all xy belongs to R. This condition is called as non-negativity. Non-negativity. Now second condition, d of xy is equal to d of yx for all xy belongs to set x. X. This condition is called as symmetry. Now third condition, d of xy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. D of xy equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. And fourth condition, d of xy is less than or equal to d of xz plus d of zy for all x, y, z belongs to x. This is called as triangle inequality. So the set along with this metric D, if it satisfies all these four properties, then we called XD. The set X equipped with the metric D is called metric space. XD denote a set X equipped with metric D which satisfies all these four conditions is called as a metric space. D is also called as a distance function because these all properties are of these all properties are satisfied by the distance function, where D is also called as distance function. Because we know that the distance is always non-negative, it may be 0 or greater than 0. Also we know that distance between 2 points x and y is equal to distance between 2 point y and x. We know that d of xy, the distance between 2 points is 0 if and only if these 2 points are same. And this is the third, triangle inequality. Now let us discuss one example. Example first, the function D from set of real number cross set of real numbers to R defined by d of xy is equal to in mod x minus y for all xy belongs to defines a metric on R. So this function defines is satisfy all these four properties. So given function d of xy is equal to in mod x minus y for all xy belongs to R. Now we are going to check all these four properties one by one. Then we know that the mod of any real number is greater than or equal to 0. So the first property d of xy is equal to x minus y, it always greater than or equal to 0 for all xy belongs to R, because we know that the mod of any real number is greater than or equal to 0. So first property satisfied. Now second property, d of xy is equal to in square root in mod x minus y. So this can be written as minus of y minus x, and it is equal to y minus x, and this is equal to d of yx for all xy belongs to R. So this matrix satisfies a symmetry property. Now third, d of xy equal to 0. This implies mod of x minus y is equal to 0, and we know that the distance between two numbers is 0 if and only if x is equal to y. Now fourth property, d of xy is equal to x minus y. So add and subtract z. So it is equal to x minus z plus z minus y. This is less than or equal to mod x minus z plus mod z minus y. And this is what? This is d of xz, and this is d of zy. So it satisfies for all x, y, z belongs to R. So it satisfies all the properties of a metric. Hence Rd is a metric space. Now this less than or equal to, because we know that mod of x plus y is less than or equal to mod x plus mod y for all x, y belongs to R. So this is the first example. Now let us discuss another example. The function d defined by d of z1 z2 is equal to in mod z1 minus z2 on the set of all complex numbers defines a metric on set of all complex numbers. Defines a metric on set of all complex numbers. Now first property, d of z1 z2 is equal to in mod z1 minus z2, it is always greater than or equal to 0, because mod of any complex number is greater than or equal to 0. Second condition, d of z1 z2 is equal to in mod z1 minus z2, this can be written as z2 minus z1. So this is equal to d of z2 z1 for all z1 z2 belongs to C. So this is the symmetric property. Now third property, d of z1 z2 is equal to z1 minus z2 equal to 0 if and only if z1 equal to z2. Now to prove triangle inequality, it is sufficient to prove that mod of z1 plus z2 is less than or equal to mod of z1 plus mod of z2. So let consider mod of z1 plus z2 whole square is equal to z1 plus z2 into z1 plus z2 bar. Since z bar equal to mod of z square, we know that z bar is equal to mod of z square. So this z1 plus z2 into z1 bar plus z2 bar is equal to z1 into z1 bar plus z1 into z2 bar plus z2 into z1 bar plus z2 into z2 bar. So this is mod of z1 square. So this is mod of z2 square, and this is a 2 times real part of z1 into z2 bar. So this can be written as mod of z1 square plus mod of z2 square plus 2 times mod of z1 into mod of z2, because we know that real part of z1 is less than or equal to mod of z1 and real part of z2 is less than or equal to mod of z2. So this can be written as, so it is equal to, this is equal to mod of z1 square plus mod of z1 plus mod of z2 whole square. So it is so from this mod of z1 plus z2 square, it is less than or equal to mod of z1 plus mod of z2 whole square. So taking the positive square root on both sides, we have mod of z1 plus mod of z2 is less than or equal to mod of z1 plus mod of z2. So from this we can prove the triangle inequality mod of z1 plus mod of z2 is equal to mod of z1 minus z3 plus z3 minus z2. So according to this, so this is the complex number and this is the another complex number. So it is less than or equal to mod of z1 minus z3 plus mod of z3 minus z2. So it is equal to d of z1 z3 plus d of z3 z2 for all z1 z2 z3 belongs to C. So the D defines a metric on set of all complex numbers. Now let us discuss third example. Let X be an arbitrary non-empty set let X be an arbitrary non-empty set. The function D defined by the function D defined by d of xy is equal to 1 if x is not equal to y and 0 if x equal to y. For all xy belongs to x, for all xy belongs to x is a metric on x and it is called discrete, and it is called discrete or trivial metric on x. Discrete or trivial metric on x. So we have to prove that this satisfies all 4 properties of the metric. So first property, d of xy, it is always greater than or equal to 0. So the function defined d of xy is equal to 1 if x is not equal to y and 0 if. So there are only 2 values, 1 and 0. So from this we can write d of xy is greater than or equal to 0 for all xy belongs to x. Second, d of xy is equal to d of yx for all xy belongs to x. Now here note that if x is not equal to y, then from this we can write y is not equal to x, and if x equal to y, then we can write y equal to x. So from this we can directly write it satisfies the symmetry properties of the non-negativity. This is symmetry. Now third, d of xy equal to 0 if and only if x equal to y. So it is given that d of xy equal to 0 if and only if x equal to y. Now third triangle inequality, fourth triangle inequality, d of xy is less than or equal to d of xz plus d of zy for all x, y, z belongs to x. Now note that if x equal to z and if x equal to z, then this is equal to 0 and this is equal to 1. Now if x is not equal to z, then this is equal to 1 and this is equal to 0. If x is not equal to z and z is not equal to y, so this is equal to this. So it is equal to 1, it is equal to 1 and it is equal to 2. So it also satisfies the triangle inequality. Hence xd is a metric space. Hence xd is a metric space. This metric is called as trivial metric space. So xd is trivial metric space. So today's lecture I am going to stop over here. Thank you.